Going back into your story, and something that I've been looking into because I've just become more interested in it as I've talked to so many people who now you're at a point where, again, you're insanely successful. You made a pivot. Can you, and I'm not sure if there just is one moment that you remember, but can you maybe take me back to like, what was it that, I mean, because like you said, you were going months losing 50K a month, and then you finally decided to make a pivot and do something else. What was it that made you do that pivot?
Yeah, good question. I think like, well, I remember that was one point. I was in Dubai, and I was there like during summer.
Oh no.
At that point, I was actually 17, so it was fairly hard for me to be in Dubai. It's not that easy to like rent places and stuff like that when you're 17. So I was there, like I was staying at friends' places and stuff. And then at some point, like I think I turned 18 at that point, and then I started renting myself. I was finally allowed. And then I was like renting a place, and like at one point I just couldn't pay the rent anymore, so I had to like move back to Slovakia. And like at that point I just knew that like there's no way, there's nothing I can do. I've tried everything. I've tried like running these sorts of styles of creatives. I've tried testing the offer, tried everything, and it was already past November, which is where I thought that it would kind of turn around. Yeah. So at that point I was like, there's no point. And also like one of my friends, Pizzi actually, he
Shout out.
he just like, yeah, he was helping me at that time, and he just like told me to just get out of it pretty much.
Defining pivot versus quitting, because like you said, you were never quitting eCom, and I think that's like, I kind of want to ask you how to explain that. Like, how did you get that kind of conviction? But I think it's just something that I don't know, like you just believe it.
Yeah, I mean, like another thing is I quit high school, so like there's it's like I can't do shit actually.
High school dropout, nice.
Yeah.
So basically, you had no other choice.
Realistically, I mean, I like when I quit high school, I actually quit because I also knew that like even if I knew that I would never give up, but even if I was to quote unquote fail, run out of money, like I'll have the skills because I've already ran like a brand. I can show some employer in Slovakia. They're just getting some like random high school students that haven't done anything in life. I can go and show that I've done like millions in revenue with the brand. Yeah. And like I'm 18, for example, and they're just gonna probably hire me most likely for some sort of role.
I want to go deeper because like I've never, I feel like, had an experience like that, whereas like you genuinely had, like you probably felt like you left your city, dropped out of high school, you made an M in a month, you're in Dubai now, you're that guy, and then all of a sudden you got to go back to Slovakia. Like, what was that like?
Yeah, I mean, like for me personally, I'm not really like, I wouldn't say I'm super attached to like lifestyle, or I don't really try to show it off or anything like that.
Show off your whoop.
Yeah, it's my watch. It wasn't that bad, but like obviously the big thing is like just comparison to other people, and then like also because my life was business pretty much. Nothing else was. I had nothing else going on. I was attached to it a lot. So during that period, it was like very hard for sure. It was not long nights trying to figure it out. I remember like, I don't know, my sleep schedule was pretty crazy. I was sleeping at like 5 a.m. Shit like that. But I mean, I think everybody goes through that, to be honest. If you really want to like get it done and you really want to be successful, like there's going to be a period like that. And I feel like everybody will have like a down at some point. It's just like how you react and what you're going to do in that situation. So yeah, but I mean, it was fairly tough for sure, but life was kind of same. It was just in Slovakia and still grinding, but just had like nothing in my bank and needed to figure it out pretty much.